Ambassador go the check, and governor go the check, and president go the
Some game.
All right, we're just gonna get right into it.
It's like, nah, we're just gonna talk about, the story, how it's been, the journey. A lot of people have been very curious as to how we got to where we are, our history and things like that. So we're just gonna talk about the whole ride, over these past couple of years.
On that note, let's get right into it. The very beginning, who we were.
Genesis.
Yes, you started off. 'Cause
Bet.
You kind of led everything.
2020, arrived to Oahu. So the Army originally brought me out here. A lot of people don't know that. I was active duty, right? Hawaii was my duty station. Got stationed out here. I was out here in Schofield. For all my Army folks, if you've been to Schofield, you know the pain. But yeah, got here in 2020. And I didn't know anybody when I got out here. Just came out here by myself and with the goal of just figuring it out, meeting some people, making some friends, and trying to make the most out of being somewhere brand new.
I remember watching your stories. You used to be going to the beach all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be back home. I'll be like, damn, it's cold over here. You're at the beach every weekend. What is that talking about? What is that talking about? What's that about? Hawaii. Visited the first time, like, oh, this is a vibe around here.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
In that time when I first got on island, it was amazing, bro. We had a small friend group, and little by little, that friend group started to grow. So each week we would hang out at somebody's house, and Molly's house was actually the spot we all used to get together, and that's where a lot of the dancing happened. So we used to do like a free workout, followed by a dance class. And every Saturday we would get together at Molly's house, do the free workout, and I would do like a little bachata class. And little by little that started to grow until people were just showing up just to take the class, not even do the workout. It's crazy. And then from there, one thing led to another. We ended up partnering up to help open up a gym, to help open up RIP. We had a team, and that was the first initial stage of us running the dance studio, right?
I remember when I came and visited every Saturday. It was every single Saturday. I thought I came to vacation, but it was to work, to lift up totes and crates of clothes and weights, and then to manage a workout. It was fun though.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was super fun. We go to Eva Beach every Saturday without fail. Just go and do the workout, and Rico ran the dance class, and little by little everybody was telling me, hey, you should stay. We're planning on opening up a spot. It's feeding the idea, and I was just thinking about it. I had what I had going on back home, was working back home, dancing at MDN. Shout out to Marcus Nieves and Diana Osorio.
Yes, sir.
That was basically my life in Jersey, just dancing every day. I practiced every day, and I went out every single day without fail, Monday to Sunday, for like months. I just went out. Sometimes I would go out and not to dance, just to hear the music at a different social, or just to party. I had like different friend groups, so I go out with different friends. But long story short, coming here to Hawaii every Saturday, it was cool to see little by little everybody embracing bachata, embracing salsa. You could tell that it was new for them, and they enjoyed it. Not like New York, where it's the mecca of dance. Everybody loves it there. It was just interesting to see here like a smaller scale of that. And just moved out here, made the move. when I guess everybody opened the gym.
Yeah, so 22. So that takes us up into 2022 timeframe. We opened up the gym, RIP's grand opening January of 2022, right? And for some reason, we just had this idea that we thought as soon as we open up the gym and we post the studio on Instagram, people are gonna be rushing in. Like they're gonna be flying in to take class. And that wasn't the case at all. Like we would post the dance studio and we'd be like, hey, salsa class, Tuesday, 7 o'clock. And then be confused as to why only 1 or 2 people, even like the post or like ask for more information, let alone show up, right?
We thought we were gonna be killing it.
Like off the gate. We just thought, oh yeah, this is easy. All we need to do is open up the studio. People are gonna show up, duh.
Everybody wants to dance.
Yeah. Like, nah, we couldn't be further from what actually needed to happen. Like
That's actually an important lesson. The difference between being a dancer, an artist, and understanding business.
yeah.
It's a whole new world.
Yep.
It's a whole new set of rules. It's a whole new game. It's a whole new set of skills. I thought just because I knew a basic and a Suzy Q, everybody would be like, yeah, here, I want to sign up and learn.
Yeah.
But boy, were we wrong. Times were different.
Yeah, times were different in that time. So January 22 happens, right? We opened up the gym, and we're not really having luck with the studio. Like at this time, there was no Paradise, right? It was just us posting on our personal pages at the time.
Damn, posting it on our stories.
On our stories.
Did you post today on your story?
Yep. And that used to be a thing, right? We would go like at each other, like, yo, you didn't post today. You know what I mean? You didn't post the schedule. Like, yo, make sure you post, tag people. Tag 20 people when you post a story. Like we thought we was about to get clients that way. Yo, tag 20 people, make sure you tag them. Like what?
We have 5 people. Yo, you didn't do your post, man. You didn't send it to like 10 people. What's going on?
That used to be our thing, man.
What did we do different?
In that time, so what we actually ended up doing that worked was instead of just posting, we started going out.
Yeah, okay.
So we started going out.
Yes.
Like we started going to any Latin related event.
Yeah.
So Bujo, right, was on Saturdays. So we would go out there. Taqueria, right? They used to have a Latin night on Saturdays, which we ended up being a part of later. Where else? We had the Thursday spot. What was the name of Thursday?
Beach House.
Beach House.
Beach House.
Yep.
Damn.
Aloha Towers.
Wow.
We used to go there heavy on Thursdays. And that was the rotation, right? We had Beach House on Thursdays. We would have Bujos and Taqueria. We would alternate on those Saturdays. So we would just pop out to these events and just dance at the clubs.
Wow.
We would just dance. And that sparked a lot of interest. People would see us dance and they would be like, oh, where are you guys from? Like, where'd you learn how to dance? And they would just ask. And that would be our opportunity to be like, oh yeah, we got a studio, yeah. Come check us out. Well, yo, what's your Instagram?
That was the first generation of PLD.
Yeah.
You had who was there? Rosemary.
Rosemary, yep. Eva. You had Giselle, you had Ruben.
Damn.
You had Jordan. You had
Damn.
You had a bunch of people.
Jose? Was Jose there?
Yeah, Jose. Yeah. Jose.
Wow.
Frank in the bank.
Franklin was handling business.
Yo, at the time
he was handling business with us.
At the time, it was just me and Frank was going out a lot. That's how we found Jose. Yep.
First generation PLD. That's just nuts. Who else? Christiana? Is that her name? There was another.
Christina. Yeah, she was there.
It was like six consistent people. 6 to 10 consistent people.
Yeah. That was the first, like they learned their basic, like that was the first like class, like our first class.
And we were going out like crazy.
Yeah, religiously. Yeah.
And I was thinking like what clicked, what changed, what kind of made us start doing a little bit better. And I think is when we started straightening up.
Yeah. So, yeah, 2023 time now. The classes started to pick up. So we were still going out like crazy. That never changed, 2023, right? And we hit this pitfall of classes were picking up kind of, sort of. A packed class for us was like 10 people. If we had 10 people show up to the studio, class was lit. We were like happy. We were like, let's go. People showed up. Like, it was a movie, you know? And yeah, we were like that for a while, for like a good 6 months of just that. Because we were just caught up in a cycle, man. Like, between growing the studio and going out, we couldn't find that, like,
That balance.
that balance between both.
Yeah, there was no way to do both. At least at the level that we do things. Whatever we get into, we're like all the way in. We're partying, we party hard. We make sure everybody has fun. We have fun. We go crazy. And then if we work hard. So we would go back and forth from working hard, being focused, locked in, and then the weekend come, what? Whose house is we going to? How many bottles we got going on? How many shots? Fridays, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Whatever progress we hoped to make
Man.
that week was lost by the time we got to the weekend. So we would be going strong with hit ups, DMing people, coming to class, posting on the stories, right? Thursday night came along, wash, because Thursday we went out, got back home. Friday you're recovering all day. Friday night you're going back out again. Saturday rinse and repeat. Next thing you know, Sunday you're recovering, and Monday's a wash, right? Because you're just catching up on all the things that you missed. And we were just in that loop, in that cycle for a long time, a very, very long time.
Yeah. And then, bills stack up. You realize that the bank account ain't as fat as you need it to be. Everything's expensive.
Account was hurting.
You gotta eat. Rent ain't cheap in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember one time Hip was like, "Yo, let's buckle down. It's time to get serious. Like, how long are we gonna keep messing around?" And we were like, "Yeah, I think it's time to stop playing around." Hip was pissed.
Yeah, he was like, if y'all don't tighten up, I'm gonna just close this whole thing down. Like, just the whole studio. And we were like, damn. I never forget. We were like, yo, we gotta do something. We gotta tighten up. Like, we gotta figure this out.
Figure it out. Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah. And this was like November, December of 23 at the time, when we were like, all right, yeah, we gotta get serious. So I think it was December time frame of 23 where we finally were like, all right, let's get a little bit more organized. And we were at Junior's house. I'll never forget this. We were at Junior's house. He was doing like, just like an outing, he was cooking, had everybody over, had the whole fam. And we were playing a bunch of games and stuff. And that same night, we made the Instagram account for Paradise. We came up with a name.
Yeah.
And just went on Instagram, create an account, made a Gmail, you know what I mean? And that was like the first.
It's real if you make a Gmail.
You know what I'm saying? Made the Gmail, made the Instagram, Paradise Latin Dance. And like, we followed everybody who was in the house. It was like 20 people there, right? And we were like, yo, everybody follow the account.
Mind you, we was drunk.
We're like, yo, everybody follow the account. And that same night, we had the Paradise page made. Everybody who went to Junior's house, they followed the page. And that was the start of Paradise Latin Dance, December of 2023.
Yeah. The first real sign of getting serious. Creating the Instagram. Yeah, Rico was hyped. Getting the followers, the first few followers.
We had like 25 followers that day. I was like, yo, let's go. We lit.
We about to go in. What we start doing after? That really made things pick up.
So we did that. And then after January, so January 24 was the first like crazy open house. Like you guys been seeing the open houses, right? January was the first one of 24 where it was like learn to dance salsa. We were like, yo, brand new year, perfect opportunity to get people, new year, new me.
I remember staying up at night. I'm a night owl. Staying up at night thinking like, how the hell are we gonna turn things around and get serious and really get people to show up and
Yeah.
really just get the ball rolling, because we got 6 to 10 people on a regular basis, and just doing a lot of research, a lot of studying, a lot of thinking about different ways of doing things. And I think we just decided to buckle down and just reach out to people. We reached out to people. Every single day minimum was 100
Yep.
each. So he would reach out to 100 people, I'd reach out to 100 people. Hey, we're having this open house, class is free, pull up on me.
We had a whole process. So on Instagram, you could set up, putting y'all on game right now. You could set up saved replies. So we had this saved reply, and it was like the initial message that the person would get, and it would be like, "Hey, we got an open house on X date, inviting you to come out and try it." And then we had the next saved reply with a little bit more information, date and time, when to show up, how to sign up, and then we had the third saved reply, which was like a link to sign them up or whatever. And we would send that out to minimum 100 people, 100 different people every single day.
Every day.
Babe.
Every single day.
Those are yours. You're welcome. Good. Good. You're welcome. Take them home.
I will.
Good.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, every single day it was 100 each.
Yep.
Back when we had 20 followers. Some days 200 as we got closer. I did 150. Yo, one day Rico was on the treadmill. He did like 500.
I did 1,000.
500, 1,000 people. Different people to come out to this specific day. So if you're a studio owner, if you are a business owner, any kind of business owner, and you want people to show up to your business or your service, whatever it is that you're offering, just keep that in mind. It's not 10, 20, 30 people that you message or reach out to. It's 100 minimum per day. Per day. And that's the minimum. So if you want to go a little bit extra, 150 to 200, then you're going to start seeing some traction. Then things are going to give some momentum.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Because there was no guarantee too. There were some events that we threw. We did hundreds of hit-ups, and it wasn't that successful as the first one. Because we had the first one, we thought every one was going to be like that one.
Yeah.
But then we had to figure out how to convince people to actually want to spend their time and energy to learn something new. So that's a whole nother skill. We got people to show up. Now they're here. Now we got to provide a good experience so they can be like, oh, I actually want to learn this. That's a whole nother skill in and of itself that we had to figure out. What do we do differently, I guess? We're more organized?
I think our problem was never hosting the open house in and of itself. Because whenever we got people in the door, we just always knew how to make people have a good time. Like, we always knew how to do events. We always knew how to party. And all the open house essentially is teaching you the basic and having a good time, right? So we've always been good at that. It was just packing out the room, right? Getting people into the door. That was like, all right, how can we get as many people into this door as possible? That was our issue.
We never had a problem showing people a good time, because we just want to have fun too. We always just want to wake up, go somewhere and enjoy ourselves.
Laugh a little bit, smile.
Yeah. I remember going to other events and they don't say hi to me. They don't welcome me. They don't greet me. Like, I just walk into the event and they don't acknowledge that I'm there. And I just save that in my mind, like, all right, we got to do the opposite.
Yep.
Every single time somebody comes in, hey, how are you? What's your name? At the bare minimum, acknowledge that they're in your space. I don't know, just being hospitable.
Yeah.
Want a drink?
Yeah.
Yeah, we always offer a drink. Just welcoming people into our home. I think, yeah, that's true. We never really had a problem.
And just having the mindset of just putting the person first, right? Sometimes we get lost in the idea of business or trying to promote whatever you're trying to promote. And it's like, just put the person first, just keep the person in mind, right? Say hi to them when they walk in the door, smile when you talk to them. Like, you do those core principle things, and then like everything else will lead up, and you'll get to where you want to get to. But if you do the bare minimum of treating somebody, decent, they would be more inclined to be a part of whatever it is that you're a part of. And that was a big thing for us. We were just like, just be cool. Like, that was something we would always tell people, just be cool, be respectful, be yourself, and just try to make sure that person has a good time. We did enough of that eventually people wanted to be a part of, the dance. And they might have not necessarily cared for salsa, right? Or dance in general, but they just really liked how we treated them. And we had people tell us that, like, I wasn't too passionate about dance, but you guys were so cool, so we just wanted to kick it and be a part of the vibe. We had a lot of people like that. And that taught us an important business lesson, right? Like, don't worry about the business per se all the time, like, don't forget about the people. Put the person first, put the client first. And I think that'll address or help in the long run.
You remember our first big social?
First big social.
I think the socials were always popping,
Yeah.
especially in the beginning. Beginning.
First big social. You're gonna have to remind me.
Yeah.
For me, the first the New Year's open house, that was the revolutionary part for us.
Yeah.
January 24.
That was big.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
We broke the internet with that one. The real recap in 24. Everybody wanted to learn how to dance, yo.
I think that's when Bad Bunny dropped Baile Inolvidable, and we used that song.
I think so.
Maybe.
24 or 25.
But before that, our socials were pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure they were great.
Yeah.
People came in. We had a Halloween theme.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Socials were always fun. It's just we just knew how to have fun. We just never knew how to like lock down. And that was a big shift for sure. Just lock down, lock in, focus. And then after the big open house, I think it was just rinse and repeat after that.
Yeah, rinse and repeat and a lot of reflection. We look back at the event, and they're kind of like a AAR, flavor style.
AAR, what's AAR?
An after action review. Hey, there's some skills from the military they actually teach you that are actually useful. But you look at an AAR, all that is a review, an after action review of an event, right? So you look at what went well, what you could do better. Just essentially that. You look at what happened, what went well, and what you can do better for an event. And we applied that approach to every event that we did. So for example, with the open house, we were like, hey, leading up, we like that we were on point with our hit-ups. Improve, we could probably have more organization, as far as flow of traffic. When people walk in, you want them to know where they're going, right, for example. And then a sustain, like something that went well. When it came time to wrap up the picture or the event, everybody knew where to sign up. That was an example. But we applied that approach, and we just did it for every event, so that each event that we did constantly got better than the last one.
I think that's key. Finding something that works and sticking with it. A lot of times we want to experiment so much, we don't even see what works, or something will work and it'll just fly by because we just want to keep doing different things, switching things up. That happens in dance too. We want something different constantly, and we never get good at, let's say, a pachanga, because we just see it for a week or two, and now we want to do a rumbita, or we want to do a cha-cha-cha, or we want to do a son, or we want to do a mambo. Same kind of concept applies. We saw what worked, and there might have been a better way to do it, but we just stuck with it. And while sticking with that same concept, learning about other things that we can sprinkle on top, and after a couple of years, it starts to grow. You start to see a little bit of momentum.
Years. Why is that important? Because a lot of times you think, man, like this success is gonna come quick. And
And I don't even think we're successful.
Yeah.
I feel like we're still getting by.
I feel like we're just getting started, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
we opened up our location, you know, we got our own home. Super grateful for where, you know, how far we came. But I feel like we just got started. Like,
Still struggling.
we got let in the door. You know what I mean? We showed up to the starting line of the race.
We're at the starting line.
We're at the starting line. They're about to pull the trigger. Like, I feel like that's where we are now in the movie.
All that other stuff was preparation.
Yeah, it's training
Yeah.
for the race. You know what I mean?
We're not even in the race yet. I'm telling you.
But yeah, that really took us to the next level, just getting organized and just reflecting. A lot of reflection. I think that was something that we were skipping a lot too. You know, we would go from open house to open house, and all that time in the middle, you know, we used to skip that kind of reflection. And once we stopped and really analyzed, like, hey, leading up to a social, you got to post a social X amount of days out, right? Because you want enough time to market the event. And little things like that. Once we started planning and being more intentional with our planning, that's when we started to realize the difference in how we ran our events or just the success of the events in general. Yeah.
I always liked that when people came in, not knowing what to expect, and then left out of there like, whoa, like that was amazing. That always gave me the, all right, we did good. When one by one, somebody would come in, and like, damn, that was a good hour. Like I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
That's how I knew we did well. If that didn't happen, we'd have to figure something out for sure.
Yeah.
That's definitely a goalpost or a guiding principle, for sure.
Or when they show up and they don't know anybody, and then
Oh, that's perfect.
we've wrapped up for the day and they're
Perfect.
chopping it up with 3 people outside and they can't leave. We're like, damn, that person just made a new friend. And they might be their best friend, you know, and they don't even know it. We've seen a lot of those. Yeah,
Amazing.
made it all
Game
worth
changer
it.
right
Yep.
there. 2 completely different walks of life, and now they chilling. They're going out to eat together. They're hanging out. They're going to dance together. Body.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah. But time just went by. Once we found our rhythm, once we found our groove, started doing the same thing. Open house, wait a couple of weeks, teach class, another social, rinse and repeat. Open house, couple of weeks, social, teach class, and little by little, the community started growing more and more. And then everybody provides their own input, which is amazing. Everybody gives their own suggestions as to what they would like, what they don't like, and we start to really build something that is bigger than us. Because by ourselves, we can only come up with so much, but with like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 people, now we have information. Now we have something to go with. And with that help, it's not even fair. It's like, yeah, let's get it. Like, let's grow. Easy.
I think what I like the most about everything, our whole journey, is looking back and seeing when we started, just looking at the scene, right? Just going out and looking at the scene. There was a handful of socials, if that, and the salsa community in and of itself was very small, at least here on Island. And now when you look at it from where we are to where we've been, I think it's grown substantially, right? There's a lot more socials. People are going out, they're spreading the culture, they're dancing. And it's beautiful to see where we were and where it is now. There's more, people going out to congresses now. They're flying out to mainland to go dance. They know about all the like artists, and they're looking up and doing their research and learning more about the culture. And we're like, damn, like we're really spreading this thing. Like, it's been only 2 years, and a lot more people have been introduced to dance and to salsa that we never thought would have been the case. So I think that's one of my favorite things about the whole thing.
You remember the first few shows? first few shows, I remember there was a show, Be Honest.
Are you talking about the
Yeah, like
the performances?
Yeah. There were a few.
What?
There was another
Yeah.
Afro one.
Be honest, yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Yo, so our performances back in the day, they were like a long ass shine combination to a song. But it was dope because we would just play a song and just do 3 minutes of shines. And that was a performance. We just put the shines together, drill it, make sure everybody knows it, do it in front of a crowd.
You remember
That was Soundgasm. That song. It was that song.
That was dope as fuck.
Yeah, it was fire.
That was awesome.
It was fire. So with these shine routines, we would do them at like bodybuilding competitions. We would do them at just events out. We would go out and find a reason to perform for exposure. And a lot of people, they knew us as like, they had funny nicknames for us. They was like, that's the West Side Crew, or whatever, like that's the salsa team, you know? That's how they would address us as.
We worked out a lot. We still work out a lot, but yeah, that's what we were known, the bodybuilders.
Yep. The dancing bodybuilders.
Yo, we did some shows at a bodybuilding, some performances at a bodybuilding show.
Yep.
Brother.
Yep.
Dang.
Sean Ray, Hawaiian Classics,
Yeah.
the Ikaika Classics. We performed at a bunch of those. And a lot of people saw us at those events, and then they would show up to the studio like, yo, I saw you guys at this show. I want to learn. And be like, yeah, let's do it. Let's get it. Yeah, we're all about it. Testimonials, you remember those? Getting those?
Oh, those were great. Those were really, really good. Just basically asking people about their experience and if they're okay with us posting it. Those were really, really good because, again, it helps us see what's working and do more of that. They like this is what got them in, this is what they want, and now we have a path. Those were amazing too.
Yep.
For sure. All in all, though, it's like we talked about. We're at the beginning stages right now, and we have plans. We have goals to grow this studio. Want to make it as big as we can get. Jam-packed. Everybody, con el 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
If you guys think we did anything, we're just getting started. All right? This new home, we're blessed to have it. We can't wait to blow up the community. We can't wait to develop a new generation of dancers, spread the love, spread the passion, you know what I'm saying? And just grow the scene. Just grow what we're doing, share a little bit about what we love, spread that, focus on that, and just watch it grow. And see where we could take it. It's however we want to take it, man.